But what else were you saying?
Well, I think it's your delivery of the information and like a tone in which you don't, and please don't take this like personally, but you don't always come off as, or in this conversation that we just had, as receptive to hearing the other side. Not saying that you're not listening and that you're not taking that in and processing it. But I think where she was getting emotional and frustrated was that she was trying to bring the other side of the argument, and it almost seemed like it didn't want to be heard, or it was just being met with.
It was being met with pure obliteration. That's what it was being met with. Pure obliteration. I fully obliterated her arguments. I brung up a stat and she got her phone out. I'll let all of you ladies, usually I have Ease take the phones because it causes distraction, but she brung up some Google stuff. But guess what? I knew exactly the stat she looked at and she didn't even know. She just Googled it. But the stat that she looks at doesn't account for men and women being married and then women divorcing those men. And they count that as a form of abandonment when the woman has full custody and a man barely sees his kid. Or the reason why the man isn't seeing his kid is because this woman took that dude to the bank, cleared his account out, and then he can only see his kid like once a month. It's like, forget that. Like, so is that I basically already can't see my kid. I might as well not see him at all.
Is that still the same argument for the woman who didn't take the man to the cleaners for full custody and the man still just decided to bow out?
So think about this. There are always cases where men abandon their child. There's many cases where women abandon their child too, like totally want nothing to do with the child at all. The point that I'm making is women weaponize the child against the man to get the resources from the man. You can't see Kenny until you pay me. And some dudes like, I'm not paying you, chick, I'm out. So the reason behind it is the woman using the man, weaponizing the child against the man. So the stat that she brung up, it doesn't account for all of that. And I refuted that and she got mad and she stayed quiet because she didn't have any refutation for what I said. So this is why she kept moving the goalpost to try to make a point and then interrupting me. The thing is this. Dating and relationship shows, yes, I do. And also be active to get the reactions too. Dating and relationship shows is what I do. But what I also, I'm an expert at is debates. This is what I do. I am an active listener. So when you say that, well, I think that sometimes, Cooley, and I'm listening to what you're saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to stillman your position, not strawman it. You're saying that sometimes, Cooley, I think that you're not active listening to what they're saying, and then you're just giving a response based off maybe what you think they're saying. I would say that, no, I'm actively listening to what everyone is saying. I even take down notes on the things, and even the notes that I took, wasn't it so accurate? I literally, what everyone said, I read it back to you. This is what I got from it. So I'm very good at active listening and taking information in. The truth is that when it comes to tone policing, like you're saying, it's more about how you say it, not what you said. I would say that out of interviewing over 700 women on a panel, it doesn't matter how you say it. They don't like what you say. Women don't like what you say. The fact that you're speaking facts, and the thing is, yes, I'm direct. I can be a little abrasive sometimes. These things are true. That's totally fine. But 1 + 1 is 2. It doesn't matter how you say it, it's still 2. So I think that women are just, and the thing is, I'll even do episodes. Chat can vouch for me. I'll do episodes where I show all the patience. I had chicks throw drinks on me and I didn't even flinch. I didn't even blink. And I was very graceful and peaceful with her and off the podcast. Get out of here. Kicked her off after that.
Wow. After the drink?
Yeah, after drink. But what I'm saying is I tried it many times. I wanted to see what's really going on since I always have a lot of women on the podcast. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to really show some consideration here into how I say things. I'll say things so in a nice tone and express it not where it's direct, but where it's kind of soft and coddled. And when I do it, I had a chick that still cried. I said it the softest way, chick, but you're still crying? So then I got to the point where it's like, no, these chicks don't care about how you say it. They care about what is said. And you know what? Women don't like hearing the truth. Go ahead.
I feel like if you're going to come and volunteer yourself onto a podcast, I don't know how some of you guys got here, but if you're going to volunteer yourself on a podcast, I'm really sensitive. I'm a sensitive gangster. But you gotta have a little bit of tough skin. You gotta come in here with a little bit of tough skin, you know, especially if it's your first one or like if you're trying to see, you know, your comfortability level. Okay, let me see what it's like, or let me see the ins and outs or behind the scenes and how, you know. So it's like, you gotta have a little bit of tough skin. Like, this is not built for everybody. So, you know, crying or, you know, yelling or being rude or, you know.
I'm a sensitive ass person, the most. I mean, anything. If you looked at me sideways, I'm crying. But one of the main first things that was said on that lobby was, it ain't personal. You don't know me. I don't know you. There is absolutely no possible way on earth that you, her, these, anybody in this room besides my person can really sit here and hurt my feelings or make me feel any type of way or make me feel like I'm a liar, that I'm not being hurt. I don't care. You don't know jack shit about me. You will never, ever, ever get in me.
So the funny thing, and thank you for expressing that too, right? Because my team, we do an excellent job at giving the girls the rules before the show. We do an excellent job. Ease on me. We do an excellent job, not only giving the rules to the girls, but actually like preparing them for what to expect, meaning that Cooley's going to say some stuff. Some other girls are going to say some stuff. Conversations are going to get deep. You see how I'm taking notes and I'm trying to get to like the root of why you're saying this and the reasoning, how you're thinking. This is part of the podcast, right? This is why it grows, because people like these deep, thought-provoking conversations. But we give you guys the kind of the expectation of, yo, listen, don't take it personal. Yeah, but good conversation, ladies. But let me get to these super chats and then we'll move it on. We'll get busy with some more stuff. They piling up in here, and they wilding too. Chat, I appreciate y'all. So we got man, it's a lot in here. We got to get through them real quick. We got the Grand Puba sends in $2. The Grand Puba sends in another $2. We got Wicked Dreams. Wicked Dreams says, I can already tell you are all feminist.
Wow.
Okay. Are any ladies in here feminists?
And whatever y'all want me to be.
Fair enough. We got Jacob Barton. Welcome to Hitman. Appreciate that, man. That's the $10 monthly tier, so I do appreciate you. Yeah, chicks, I'm getting that OnlyFans money, and I ain't even showing no bones or some skin and stuff. Shorty, look, I'm getting that OnlyFans money off the top of the dizzy. They in love with the mindset. Okay, we got Soulless Fool sends in $5. Did that man send you dough for that stuff before or after intimacy?
Before.
Yeah, big sipping man. Big sipping man. Listen,
big spender.
That's what that is.
Big energy.
Yes.
I always say this, right? And this is just my perspective on this. And y'all ladies could have different opinions on it because you know why? You getting the bread. So it ain't like you gonna say no. But the truth is that when a man enters the relationship as a customer, he will always be a customer. In order to maintain that respect level, he has to continue to be a customer. He has to continue to do things where essentially you didn't earn it. Now, we can say y'all in a relationship, so obviously you giving up sex now, right? Mm-hmm. You doing certain things for him. I'm sure you're being, nurturing to a degree and you're loving. Yeah. I mean, well, 69, that's an equal exchange. I'm speaking about like, what are you? So, yeah, man, it's not a good position for any man to be in.
I don't think, and this is different.
Real quick, let me say this, because I don't want to be speaking about her man without giving the caveat.
I've been letting y'all do that this whole time, but letting y'all rock.
The caveat is this. He could be like an Adam 22 dude, and that's his position in a relationship, and that's him, and he enjoys it. But from a general standpoint, most men, that's not a position that they would even, that's like hell to these guys. That's burning in fire.
I feel like if he was raised by a queen, then, he's gonna be demonstrating that through, like my love language. And everybody has a different love language, right?
Oh, Shorty done said love language.
break it down to me and you want to get to know me and I'm telling you my love language and I'm telling you that it's gifts and Apple Pays, then
love language is a myth.
if you condone that, then condone that. If you don't, then next. Thank God I found mine.
I'll explain now. Who else actually believes in love languages? Show of hands. 100%. Oh, okay, you ladies. All right, we gotta get it on a big cam. East, show of hands. Who believes in love languages?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Y'all all do. You can put it back on me, East.
I'm gonna take it back to that. There's nothing more important to a man than his money. Maybe because of how hard earned it was, or for whatever the reason may be. But a man consider money very important to him, very high value. Now, if you're putting me right with what's important to you, I'm gonna look up and notice you because you're giving me what you consider to be important to you. I'm not saying it has to be a continuous thing, but you're grabbing my attention with what matters to you. So you're willing to give up something that's important. It shows me how interested and how important you consider me to be. That's why when you send the car, I'm not saying you have to send the hair, the this, the that, but when you initiate that move and you say, hey, listen, I wanna, what are you doing Friday? We should go to dinner. I sent you $1,000, nails, hair, and you could get yourself a ride to the spot. Would that be okay? That shows me the initiative that you are interested in me. You're interested in this date. There's something about me that caught your eye and you mean it. I'm important to you. I'm valued to you. I'm of value to you. And that itself right there, I'm looking to the left and I'm wherever position you're in and I'm noticing you from the bunch of the people that want my attention.
So, and when we're speaking about love languages, right? The reason why it's a myth, and I know you're saying that like, if your love language is gifts or money, gifts or whatever it may be, then, they're expressing that by giving, that's all hogwash. I'll explain why, right? The reason why it's hogwash is because of this. And can you exit the chat so the ladies can pay attention?
Really?
Yeah, do that. So the reason love language is a lie is because, think about it. Everyone gets a feeling of, appreciation and love in multitude of different ways, but we all have different thresholds. So you don't think that a man would feel loved if the woman bought him something?
Absolutely.
You don't think that the man would feel loved, or let's say both sexes. You don't think that both sexes would feel loved if someone bought them something. You don't feel that both sexes will feel love if the person was affectionate. You don't think that both people would feel loved if the person was did considerate things. What's the other love language? Words of affirmation. You don't think that both sexes would feel love for this? Here's the difference.
Well, notice how I didn't agree on the love language part.
Okay, no, I know. You went back to the point that she was making with the customer part. I know what you were saying. But to bring it on the love language, she's trying to get herself out of it. It's like, listen, the guy.
I didn't agree on love language. I don't believe there's such thing.
Yeah, so listen, here's how I'm going to debunk this. What I'm essentially saying is, all of us feel love for all of these things. We all get this sense of love and appreciation, and we feel that we're being cared for when people give us gifts, affection, X, Y, Z, right? The difference is we all got different thresholds. So for you, Lex, you may have a different threshold for getting gifts or quality time, meaning that the threshold is either wider or smaller, right? So if the threshold is wider, then the person would have to give a lot of gifts for you to feel love. If your threshold is smaller, then just the simple fact that they gave the smallest gifts is like, oh yes, please give more. You always feel the same dopamine hit of love kind of instantly off the small things. So the thing is, you would consider that to be your love language. The reality is, the person with the wider threshold, they would get that same dopamine hit too, but they're not really fixated on that as much. But if the person met that threshold, they'll get that same dopamine hit. So when we to debunk the whole love language myth, it's like, no, people have different thresholds based off of affection, based off gift giving, and based off of all of this. Now you can go ahead and package it up and call it a love language, but it was distributed to y'all. That information was delivered to y'all wrong because it made you think that, well, this is one of the ways or maybe the only way how I feel love. That's totally untrue. This is another way to debunk it. Your love language is giving gifts, right?
Sure.
But imagine if he never gave you any quality time. You'll be begging for this nigga to give you quality time rather than to give you a gift. So then for a moment there, you'll think that my love language is, you'll maybe feel confused. Maybe it is quality time rather than gifts, but you wouldn't even think about that. You'll just read this thing. Well, no, it's still giving gifts. So that's the point that I'm making. Does that make sense? Because this is called critically thinking. The thing is, we do this podcast here and it grows is because, and it's not to like, I don't want you to take it the wrong way or any ladies to take it the wrong way. When you say something and you have this belief, I don't want you to take it like, dang, he always has something to say. No, I'm here to destroy your current worldview on the information that you was indoctrinated to believe. This podcast is here to destroy that so you can see the truth like, dang, well, that makes some sense.
I have a question for you. You believe that your views and the way you see most situations generally are correct?
No, I have dark spots.
So why would you say destroy what?
Oh, well, let me answer your question first. So your question was, do I believe that my views are
the right views?
The right views.
Correct.
Like always the right views, pretty much the right views. No, I don't believe that. What I'm saying is I always have blind spots. Okay. All human beings have blind spots, meaning areas that they really can't see. It just so happens to be when we're speaking about male and female intersexual dynamics and relationships, dating and relationships, homie ain't got no blind spots. This is my expertise. But if you put me in an arena where we're speaking about maybe science or, Cooley, do you know how an electric grid works? I'm like, no, nigga, this is a blind spot. Show me. So I'm always open to learn. Like I do other podcasts and we speak about other things sometimes. I go on different podcasts and the conversation isn't always about dating and relationships. And I'm there learning. I'm picking up game. So it's not everything.
That's your opinion too. Your views are your opinion.
Yeah, true. But sometimes
because you're going based off experience.
Well, not all the time. You can go based off experience for your opinion, but then you can go based off of like evidence and proof. And also opinions, even though you can have an opinion, we all got one, but some opinions can be wrong and they are wrong. And then there's some opinions can be right. It just so happens to be tonight I've been right. I've been wrong sometimes, but tonight I'm right, baby.
Can I share something?
So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.